Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy Novak and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, if you've been following me, you probably know that I have spring fever. And today's card is bursting with spring vibes, and it's all due to this beautiful and versatile Be Mine Designer Series paper. So here are just 3 pieces that I went ahead and cut, and we are going to layer these and angle cut them and make 3 unique cards all at once. Not all at once, but right now we're going to make them. So I'm excited to share that with you. Doesn't take a lot of supplies. So like I said, I have 3 pieces of the Designer Series paper. They are cut to 5 by 3 3/4. I have, for my layers, white, basic white, that are cut to 5 by 4, 5 1/4 by 4. Oh, that reminds me. Remember, I always have project sheets for my projects and my cards and everything else that I make. So you can find my project sheets on my blog, STAMPINSHOUT.blogspot.com. There's also a link to my blog down below. You can look for the words project sheet and you can find it nice and easy. So I have all the sizes, the supplies, the colors, and shopping links. Everything you need is there. So don't forget, check out your project sheets. So for my base, I'm using Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to show you 2 different versions. You can choose whichever one you like. So I cut 2 of them at 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored at 4 1/2. And then this one, we're going to do it horizontally. So it is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So you can decide which one you like best. And then I have some scraps of white. The inks I'm using are Memento Black and Sweet Sorbet. So some of the items that I'm using today are on the last chance list. That means they're not going to be in the new catalog. So they are available until they run out. You should be safe, though, if you order them. But grab them while you can if you like them. So we have the Designer Series paper and the Sweet Sorbet. Both of those items are on the last chance list. Also, the Biggest Wish stamp set. The first thing we are going to do is we're going to take our 3 pieces of Designer Series paper, and we're going to layer them all on top of each other. So I have my 3 pieces. They're going to be all layered on top of each other. And I'm just going to mark them with a pencil to show you where I cut them. You can kind of just do it on your own without marking it, but I want to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So over here on the left, I'm going to give a little pencil mark at 1 1/4. And then over here, I'm going to mark it at 2 inches. Then down at the bottom, I'm going to mark it at 1 1/4. And then over here on the left bottom, I'm going to mark it at 2 inches. And you don't have to be exact, but that's generally how I'm going to cut this. One more tip is if you are using paper that has a directional pattern, make sure it's going the correct way when you cut it. So these are the B's and they're going the right way. So I have all 3 pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and line this up at 1 1/4. And then I have my 2-inch mark over here. So I can just go ahead and line that up in the cutter and give it a good cut. So I'm keeping it all together. Make sure I got a good cut there. Okay, so that breaks away. Keep that off to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and find my other little mark. So I've got my 2-inch mark and my 1 1/4 right there. Make sure all your pieces are lined up. Keep them together. And just line up your marks in the cutter and give it a cut. Okay, so I'm going to keep all of them in the same direction. Okay, now I'm just going to separate these, and we're going to make 3 different cards, 3 different designs. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my piece of white that's 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to glue these pieces on here. So let me show you. Don't want to mix them up. You got to keep them in the same order. And when you do, they fit perfectly on here with just a little 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. These are going to be butted up in the middle, but all around the edge, there's going to be a border. Next thing, before I glue these down, we're going to do a little bit of stamping, and I'm going to stamp my sentiments on the little yellow gingham portion because it'll show really nicely on there. And I'm also going to use the Biggest Wish stamp set. And I'm going to bring in something we haven't used for a while. It's not in the catalog anymore. It's the Stamparatus, but people have these. They have I forgot what the other one's called. It's not Stamparatus. But anyways, these are easy to find. If you don't have them, that's fine. You can do what we're going to do without using this, but it's just going to make it easier to line it all up for me when I'm showing you on the video. So I'm going to bring in my yellow pieces, my Daffodil Delight pieces, and I'm going to line them up in here. So I have my little grid paper down here. It kind of helps me keep it straight. And we're going to make 3 different cards. And so I pulled off the stamps that I want to use. And again, I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet ink and Memento Black ink. On this piece here, I'm going to start by stamping the word thanks. So I'm just going to line it up where I want it to be. And I can close this up. And it picks up my stamp. Move this down so you can see. I'll put a little stamp pad under here. I'm going to ink it up with the Sweet Sorbet. See, it didn't cover very well, so I'm going to ink it up one more time. Okay, that's good. And now I'm going to bring in the other stamp that says thanks, but it's written in cursive. And I'm just going to lay it down right where I want it to be. I'll pick it up with my little plate here. And I'm going to ink that up in Memento Black ink. Okay, that's good. So next I'm going to bring in another piece of the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use the thanks stamp one more time. So I'm going to clean it off with my little chamois. I love this little chamois. It works great. So this one's going to say thanks, friend. So I'm lining up the thanks stamp right where I want it to be. And I'm going to ink that up in the Sweet Sorbet. And then I'm going to bring in the word friend. I'm going to ink that up in the Memento Black. Looks good. And then we have one more to do. And on this one, we're going to stamp Happy Birthday. So these are all the sentiments from the Biggest Wish stamp set. So very, very versatile. Let me clean off these stamps here. And I'm going to stamp Happy in the Sweet Sorbet. We'll kind of offset this one. And then birthday, we'll put off to the side a little bit, overlap a little bit. And we'll ink that up with the Memento Black ink. Okay, let's see what we have here. Put it all back together. The stamp set also has hello, which is a nice little sentiment, but I wanted 2 thank you cards. That's why I did the thanks, and the thanks, friend. So now I'm going to glue all these pieces on, and then we're going to do a little stamping and add some more fun elements to our card. So I'm going to fast forward so you don't have to worry. You don't have to go anywhere. I will be right back. Okay, we got the card fronts done. I'm going to go ahead and adhere those to the card base. Look how pretty they are in that Daffodil Delight. Aren't they cheerful and bright? I love it. But we're not done yet. We're going to add a couple of other elements. So I'm going to bring in these scraps of white, and I'm going to bring in my sweet sorbet. And if you've been following me this week, you saw I did a couple of scrapbook page layouts, and I made those pretty flowers. Well, we're going to make some more flowers, and we're going to put them on this card, and it's really going to make it pop. So we're just going to stamp. Every flower needs 4 stamps of the wings. Okay, so I'm just going to punch all of these out. We need 6 flowers for our 3 cards, 2 on each one. Okay, so I got a bunch of hearts or a bunch of wings cut out, and for each flower you need just a little tiny scrap for the base of the flower, just like that, just a little square or a rectangle, little circle, anything for it to lay on. So I'm going to make one of these flowers. I'll show you how to do it, and then I'll make the rest of them, and we'll come back and put our card together. So I'm going to take my little base and put some glue on here. Just have to lay the wings down. Then I'm going to bring in a piece of Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use my punch, and I'm going to punch out the little hearts. So each flower is going to have a little yellow heart right in the center. Okay, so there's your little flower. So I'm going to make these really quick, then we'll come back and we'll finish our card. Okay, I have my 6 flowers all cut out, all made. They're so, so pretty. Let's bring our cards back in. And I'm going to bring in some dimensionals, and we're going to pop these flowers up on our card fronts. Okay, something like that. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so cute and fun. They're really fun to make too. We got 3 cards in 1 card session video, so that was kind of fun, right? Really quick and easy, something different. Great way to use up your designer series paper. And like I said, if you like this Be Mine paper as much as I do, grab it now. It's very, very bright and cheerful. I do like it. I think the bees add so much charm. Just really, really cute. So I hope you liked all my projects this week. I had a couple of scrapbook pages earlier in the week, and then our 3 cards today. And if you're enjoying my videos and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And until next time, happy crafting. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.